Mm,
So you have never been to any place before?
mm. Yeah. So can you ask me again?
Okay, so have you ever been to any place to travel before?
So I have never been travel any
Oh,
place
oh,
before.
really? So,
Yeah.
what's your age? How old are you now?
So I'm 23.
23. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you tell me a little bit about your hometown?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm living in Bến City. Yeah. And I'm living in a small village. And this is Châu Bình. And you know this is not a it's a quiet place. And it's not a lot of people. And it's not a lot of people there. And but about the everything. I have some of trees, and especially coconut tree. And
Mhm.
yeah. And
Yes.
I just know like this.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I also have a sister-in-law in Bentia. Yes,
Wow.
and I really fanatic about traveling to this place. I'm sure that one day I will visit your hometown because I'm a fan of coconut.
Wow.
Because and I'm a fan of the girl in Bentia because they are all very beautiful. They have a very white skin. I'm very curious about the way they can keep fit and they can keep their beauty like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to answer first or you ask me first?
So can I ask you a question on the Q question?
Yes.
Yes. Um so what is the importance of traveling? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. So as you know that with traveling will give you a lot of benefits and you have to prepare for it a lot before you make a travel because it will be very wonderful and it's a very smooth way for you to enjoy all of your trip so that you have to prepare for it very carefully. Before that you have to choose the destination to come first because it will be very suitable for your budget and it's also suitable for all the ideas of all the people that tour with the ship. Sometimes if you just go there alone, you have to make sure that it will be very secure. I mean, it must be a safe place for you because you are a stranger and you go there, maybe something will be very dangerous. And you have to face with many problems like the local people here. You don't understand about the cultures, the lifestyle of them. So you are very difficult for you to get on well with the new environment here. And I also think that if you go to there, you also have to be careful with the travel because sometimes the traffic is very dangerous thing that you have to face with. So you must be careful all the way to go to there. And you know that's why the people travel here because we can enjoy the slow, the peaceful breakfast, the long walks, the new experiences, places, people, and memories. They make us feel happy when we are alive. So traveling seems to combine most of the habits of healthy people. So that traveling is good for both your body and your mind. So I think that is very important for everybody to try to go traveling maybe once time for a year because we'll feel that a few minutes in the sun raise our vitamin levels or improve your mood so that you can relieve your stress, your anxiety, and you can also enhance your creativity, your sense of happiness and satisfaction. So I just give you the advice here. You should try to travel and read on to find out more about the main benefits of traveling all around the world. Okay.
Yeah.
How
So
about you?
um, yeah, your answer is so fantastic. And so how you can paraphrase like this? So it's just you think and you practice a lot for speaking like this, or you prepare that for a lot of time like this, or you just how you paraphrase this.
Okay. Many people also ask the question like that, but I think that's maybe when I was in high school, I learned the literature very well. So that is the reason why I can have many ideas inside my mind. And every time when I write an essay or I talk about a topic, the more I speak, the more ideas just run inside my mind. So I don't know why I have some ideas like that. If now I answer this question with this way, but another time you ask me, I can answer in another way. And the second thing I think that some people often make an excuse, something like that. I don't need to learn grammar because I just want to speak and another can understand. That is enough. I don't need to use the grammar or I don't need to learn anything else. But it's not correct. If you don't have grammar and if you don't grasp it, you just use a very simple one. You just use a very simple sentence and use very simple words for your speaking so that you will never improve. You know that?
Yeah, yeah,
And yes.
yeah. Um, you know, follow your idea. I think you said that like grammar is so important, but how do you think about grammar and new words?
Yes.
What is the most important?
For me, I think that both of them are very important because sometimes I can see my students, they learn a lot of vocabulary all the day. Maybe many parents also force them, impose them to learn 40 or 50 vocabulary every day. But I think it's not a good, efficient way because you learn so much, but you don't know how to use it and you don't practice it very frequently, you will forget it. And it's a very waste of time to learn a lot of vocabulary like that. And the is it a very good way for you to practice your vocabulary with the grammar because we can make a sentence and we can also try to make a stories with the vocabulary as you have learned before. That's great. You can improve your grammar and your writing skill, even your vocabulary, and especially about the speaking skill. When you write, you can understand and you also keep the ideas inside your mind so that you can practice it well.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for your sharing. So, um, so have you ever take any examination like IELTS? Because I think you have an examination about IELTS, right?
Okay. Actually, I have a higher level. This is kind of the level for the teachers when the teachers have to take an exam for the like a TESOL or something related to international examination. I yes with the IELTS, I think it's like a subject in my major when I have to take an examination. And now I just have an identification about TESOL, something like that. I think that is a much more difficult than IELTS. IELTS is
Yeah,
just a very normal level. But I don't feel confident about the way I listen or I write because I can speak about maybe with the IL it's about band 9, but with my writing it's just about band 7.
yeah.
Yes.
So, so there's just something like question out of topic. So I think we should go, come back about the topic. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Uh, mm. So can I ask you when is the best time to go traveling?
Okay, so it's up to you, and it's also depend on to different kinds of places that you want to explore. Because sometimes you want to travel in the north of Vietnam, you have to choose the summer or the hot weather here because it's the time that you can enjoy or you can explore all the things related to the forest, related to the national park. Mommy. Yes, I'm sorry. What? Turn up TV. You turn off TV? Or who? I don't know. Okay, so you don't need to turn off TV, but you can play with your toys now. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry with my son.
Yeah.
Mhm. Have you ever been to Cúc Phương National Park?
So I have, I
Yes,
haven't
yes.
been there.
I remember. If you go to there, you can go on about September to November time because it's the suitable time for you to enjoy fresh air and you can go there to study about butterfly, about the cave, about mountain hiking, and everything is very great. But you go on the rainy season, it's not the very best time for you uh, because even at the time, the national park will not open for you. But and now, so I think that it will be depends on different places and different weather in different regions. How about you?
Yeah. Mm, I think it's true. And the best time for traveling, I think, is when you have a good mood to go and you prepare for something before you go. Carefully. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay, but sometimes people, when they are very nervous and they are very sad, they want to travel, not when they are very happy.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's kind of like they want to appease their sad, right?
Yes, the
Yeah,
sadness.
yeah, the sadness. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is just my habit. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you usually hang out with your friends at weekends?
Yeah. Actually, I don't hang out with my friends at the
Mm-hmm.
weekend or any time because so I'm learning. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm currently learning. So and I don't have time for that. I have to spend time for learning and take my knowledge back because when I was in high school I
Mm-hmm.
I usually playing it's kind of like play soccer with my friend, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just the time over, and time had just flow by, and I go to the college, and you know I want to fill my knowledge gaps, and so that's why I don't have time to hang out with my friends at the weekend or anytime. Yeah,
Oh, it's a fair. Yes.
yeah, it's just talking with my friend, in my roommates in dormitory.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
that's a very waste of your young
yeah,
years. Because I'm very regret now. When I was a university student, I often spent most of my time studying and being a tutor full time, so that I didn't have any memory about my university. And now every time I look at my students, they are very young, they are very energetic, and they are also very modern. They can spend time with their friends, and they also try to have a boyfriends or girlfriends as well. So that's, I just look at them, I very admire and feel regret about my youth. Is very waste, just about study and about for earning money. So now I just advise you that you should balance your time. Maybe you study hard. Is it very good for your future? It's also very good for you. But sometimes you also have to spend time to play outside or to go somewhere with your friends, so that you will have more friends and get more experience for your job in the future.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So, yeah. So, and I think you are studied poetry, right? Because and I also think that English subject is your favorite subject, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I think when I was in high school and back, uh, I think it just I think I'm so carefree and innocent back then, and I don't think and I don't focus too much about learning, and I think it's not important, and yeah, and now I think it's wrong.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. Yes, so I just give you advice that you should balance
yeah,
between studying and entertaining. That's all. But when you was in high school, you didn't listen to the teacher's advice, and you just talk that it was not very important for your future, and now you feel regret about that. You try more. It's good. But I often give my students advice that I can accept, I can agree for you that you can have boyfriends or girlfriends. I never impose you, just pay attention to your studying all the time. But you have to finish your duty, your task, before you going out with your friends or before you playing games or your smartphone. And sometimes even I look like I'm their friends too, so that they can listen to my advice, and they can also share with me anything about their life, about their information, also their problems.
yeah. That's a good advice.
Yes. Okay. And do you think that the more we travel, the more we learn?
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I think it's true because you when you travel, you can approach with other person from other places, and you can learn a lot from them, and you can learn about the culture, or if you go with with a place with a near places, you can discriminate about the about the different between your place and their place, and um, and you can enjoy about the tasty meals or kind of traditional food, or cuisine, in that places. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yes, I totally agree with you that the more we travel, the more we learn. And for me, I don't have much budget, so that I don't really go traveling on my weekends. At my weekends, I just want to invite my friends and my relatives to gather on my house. So we go to the market together and we prepare for some favorite food. We eat, we drink, we dance, and singing karaoke until midnight. This is just the activities I spend with my friends for the weekends. But I really impressed with their saying that the more we travel, the more we learn, because everything that we just imagine our life is very normal, and every place is also the same. With the people, they are also the same. Or maybe this place is good or that place is bad, not very exact. So here I can give some experience from my traveling. The first one, if you have a high expectations, may rule your trip, because you know that we all have an expectation. Lots of expectation is our human nature, whether we are aware of it or not. And when it comes to our vacation, we feel entitled to have them. But you can see that from the check-in line at the airport to the lost luggage or the messed up hotel reservation, the retired or travel turn out to be much different than our calculation. So that's just try to release or try to reduce your expectation, so that it will be the most memorable part of your travel experience. And the second one, when you go travel so much, or especially when you have to go far from your house, you will recognize about the value of your home. At the time, you will notice your home is much better than any hotel in the world, because at the time, you know that they have to be exceptionally clean or decent size or not on the ground floor to have a comfortable bed and up to the bathroom. And if they don't have to view, so that you have to ask them so much about the ways that they use something. So yes. Okay, but try. If you don't want to eat, you can use the candies instead of. Okay, I'm studying, so don't interrupt me. Okay, I'm sorry. And as I have just tell you before, that sometimes you also believe that English is an international language, right? But you may be surprised to hear that English is an international language only in the business world. But when you travel in the non-English speaking countries, you may find very little use for it. This is one of the lessons I will learn very soon after I started to travel outside somewhere, not about the US. At the time, for example, even in our country, sometimes you go to the ethnic minority village. It's a very difficult for you to communicate with the local people here, even though that you are very good at English and you use English all the time. But with the local people, you can say anything or you use English, but they just think you are a crazy person.
Yeah.
And I think that there are many things I just want to share with you, but now maybe the time is not very enough for us to talk about much. So we may choose to another one. Okay. Mhm. So, when someone wants to travel, what should he prepare? Okay, or when someone wants to travel, what should why do you prepare or what should we know before we start a trip to a new place? Okay, Tâm, can you answer?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, number five.
So number five, so I don't have too much experience about that, but so I will try my best. Mm. So I think I should find out my final destination first
Mm-hmm.
before I go,
Yes.
and then I will, yeah, and then I will, mm, and then I will prepare some of facilities, or I'm
Mhm.
sorry, it's kind of like um a bag, you prepare your backpack
Yes.
and with a lot of facilities and snack food or fast food.
Yes.
um but now I think it's not necessary. uh,
Mhm.
um and other other and other essential
Yes.
subject, or other essential objects that you want to prepare, that you want to
Mhm.
have when you go another place.
Yes.
And and especially things I think is money, right? Money is
Yes.
the
Sure.
best thing. And yeah, I just have some of idea for that.
Okay.
So
Yes. I really appreciate your idea because that's good. That's in reality that we have to prepare everything well before we have a traveling. Because oh, what happened here? What happened here? Hello.
yeah, hello.
Oh, I don't know what happened with my screen now, but I will try. Okay. Uh, and you, beside that, you also have to prepare for the accommodation because it's a very essential for you when you go to